Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Cathari Ruins, blue team. Some Space Marines. First up is Wolfguard with a Force Commander. Very good offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support alongside. Grimm Techmarine starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair, even get into some melee himself. And rounding off the blue team, Broodwich with an Eversor Assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death. Red team, some chaos goings on. Finale as a plague champion starts off with this damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support. Alongside Gaius Baltar's Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. The Thousand Suns elite scheme here. Fighting that Techmarine in the mid, and rounding off the teams, eM7 with a Farseer support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and controlled abilities. Looks like they are southwest against the Eversor. Chaos Lord, as we saw, against the Techmarine in the mid, and Force Commander who's going to go down here up against the Plague Champion in the northeast for now. That can all change as the players crash into each other, of course. Might have the upper hand here now that the Force Commander's fallen over. Try and get some damage on those scouts. They are keeping their distance though, kicking off towards the mid. Kraken bolts, tactical marines. I don't think all these models are fully in cover here. That guy died. Now they're shooting the other guy that's not in cover. Techmarine not putting his DPS out. Meanwhile, southwest Banshee's getting in. Strike squad are right there though, so is the Eversor. They are actually on retreat path. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Looks like two of the Banshees will get away. Strat squad can really hold their own in those first engagements in melee, and the Eversor is a beast, as we know. Chaos Lords come to say hello though. Always happy to see some Ordo Malleus fellas around to try and fight, I guess. Eversor might harass the power here. Probably better if his use of his time is to decap one of these wreck points. He's smacking the gen. Nope, I think he's going to decap that one over there. Oh, Gaius Baltar lost his heretics, and only one CSM model got away. Was a little bit sloppy in the mid there. There's all the dead heretics. Maybe they got caught worshipping, because once you start worshipping you need to wait 2, 3, 4 seconds, something like that, to stop. So you can take a lot of damage in that time with default heretics at level 1. Gaius Baltar with some noise marines. Good special on those tactical marines there. Blue team do have the center. It's a no natural VP map, so you get big swings in VPs. Typically shorter games. Scout squad with shotguns. Doing some really good damage, as you can see at close range. It's chunks of health coming off this guy. Never underestimate those shotguns. They do make you super vulnerable with your scouts, having to get close. But situations like that, when you've got something outnumbered, you can really get that damage on. Noise marines are isolated here. There's some Kraken bolts. 20% more damage to heavy infantry, both melee and ranged. The sonic blasts are shutting down ranged weaponry, although I think the Techmarine volunteered to go into melee there to stop them firing it. Here's the CSM of Gaius Baltar. Reinforced, they are 66 requisition per model. So you do make a big difference to Eco if you can take them out. Lead them dry. Scout squad with a shotgun blast and a retreat. Tactical Marines being cautious here. They are close to dropping a model. These CSM should be going into melee with them. Not sure what they're up to. Down in the southwest, Howling Banshees with a washout. Operators with their incendiary grenade. Looks like it slightly missed the shuriken there. That was a Spirit Stone's spiritual right seal. That's the flash grenade with the operatives as they retreated there. Lots of stuff running away. Strat squad and Eversor are on the power, and they do have the Tomes of Titan, so they can help stifle the Banshees with their energy bursts, as well as maybe aim a Banished after that, if they've got the energy to use both, that is. There's some Corn Worship for +2 speed. These CSM are still here. Just dropping models. They just elected not to get into melee with the Tactical Marines, I guess. I'm not sure when the Devastators showed up. But again, overstayed their welcome massively. Lucky to get away with only one loss, I think. Heretics have found some strat squads. Strat squad are quite low. Banishment hits quite well. I thought it had a larger minimum range than that. Eversor pops his Psychon, 30% more damage and 30% more damage resistance, but he spends health to activate it. Down go the Strike Squad. Well played, these aspiring champion heretics. eM7 says they got the scouts as well. Those are Grimm scouts, and those guys had shotguns. Tables turning here. little bit. Red team with some good work, although... Oh, wow. I thought the Eversor took out the Heretics, but it was the Heretics. It was the aspiring champion getting a sync kill on the Eversor assassin, I think. That's pretty damn rare. Combi Flamer up for the Chaos Lord. Pretty damn effective at picking off models as he's chasing stuff around, giving him a bunch of XP for later. Bunch of dead Heretics there. Finale, the first player to hit tier 2. Wolfguard on the way. Gaius Baltar just hit it. eM7 gets some late rangers up here. On the power is Finale. Bloodletters out the gate soon. Tactical Marines here are quite low. Force Commander being focused by the double CSM. Doom Blast. A little bit early, but it did pay off. Could have been unlucky there, and the furthest model away might have Doom Blast and it would have affected him, but I think it did. He was definitely suppressed anyway. Vengeance rounds, Devastators. CSM going for the risky play into melee. I think it paid off. Oh, maybe not. Crack and Bolt tax here and more devs. Some Noble Worship on retreat to make sure they get out okay. They played it well, I think, Finale. Scouts are capping northeastern VP though. Down towards the southwest. Eversor Assassin is down again. I assume they were revived by Grimm at some point. Banshees are doing okay. They're getting their way into the back lines. Noise Marines doing their thing, but Devastators are there to suppress. And we have a mastercrafted Bolter Techmarine. Really pumps out that piercing DPS. Again, the CSM, they're just taking shots. This fellas need to get it together. Here's the Bloodletters of Finale. Power melee demons that can teleport and phase out of existence as they're doing now. They take no damage for this duration. They also can't attack or be knocked over or cap and stuff. But it's a great tool to have. Special attack from the Force Commander. Shotgun Scouts are ready to knock them over. You can't suppress the Bloodletters because they're demons and they don't understand courage. But you can knock them over with a Shotgun Blast. Thunderhammer Force Commander now. So Finale has forced the Thunderhammer purchase with the Bloodletters, I guess. Now they can maybe take advantage with a Blood Crusher or a Dreadnought. That guy just spent, is it 50 power or 35 to get a Thunderhammer? It's pretty bad, bloody expensive. And now they're less likely to get a Power Fist. Can the Combi Flamer take him out? Almost. Some drop pod now. Is that Wolfguard? It must be. It's quite close. Yeah. Wolfguard gets some more attacks. Nothing wrong with that. Bloodletters are down one model, but they do so much damage. They're still massively dangerous. Devastator's able to retreat. Bloodletters need to be careful here. There's some Noble Worship. They are demons, so they benefit greatly from worship. And since it's Noble Worship, they get healed even more. I think it's 13.5 health per second for Noble Worship and 10 health per second for regular worship. Of course, you get the additional speed for Khorne and stuff. Purifiers for Broodwich. Dedicated melee squad with a really long charge range, and their squad leader, the Justicar, on the way, has a heavy melee weapon, so that's handy. On the power again is the Eversor. Almost level 3, no war gear. Rangers being sneaky. He can't see him, might take some shots. Razorback on the way for Grimm, there's one shot. Wait, did it hit him? It hit him. Getting shots now on the devs. They might take the node out at least. We've got some operatives helping out. They could go and spot the Rangers maybe. They might not even realise that Rangers are shooting them. Back up towards the northeast. Thunderhammer doing its thing. Massive knockback 360 specials, and because of the battle cry, you can activate them at will. Well, not really at will. You need to wait for the cooldown, but you get the idea. You can reliably predict when you get those specials. You've got some Mark of Tzeentch Chaos Space Marines for Finale. In fact, double. Mark of Tzeentch CSM did not go for the vehicle. Gaius Baltar with Plague Marines, good generalist unit. I have an anti-vehicle weapon, nice and tough. Help you get those caps, help you tie things up, and just stand there and be annoying. Purifiers having impact early. We might see the... well, we already see the Gravity Blade to help deal with those fellas. Against those Spirit Stones, of course. There's the levitation, and it got them close to them moving out of the area of effect there. Blast Master Noise Marines. Marco Zinch CSM taking up a bad position. Although Blastmaster gets a good shot. These Marco Zinch CSM could be down here and just shooting these fellas. Dreadnought. Suddenly it's a Dreadnought with a multi-melter on it for Grimm. Close range weapon, effective versus all targets. Also has a melee attack, which is pretty mean. Exploded the Plague Marine immediately. But they did get a missile hit. And another. Now after the Noise Marines. 144 to 477. Plasma attacks versus Marco Zinch CSM. Who wins with the Kraken bolts active? I think Marco Zinch win the fight. I think. It might depend on, because they both have plasma guns now, it might depend on how many plasma hits they get, because it's not the most accurate weapon, plasma gun. I think it's like 70% accuracy, maybe it's even 50%. Double Marco Zinch shooting up some gens. Bloodlet is in there too, they might get a full bash, although the bases are quite close. Do you have a teleporter? Mr. Force Commander Man, I don't think, yeah you do. Wait, there's no indicator for teleport here. What's going on? Is that a known issue? Eversor levels. Has he got any war gear? Yes, we have the Neuro Gauntlet. 80 DPS power melee. You're going to tear through that Farseer. Look at that. Gets the sync kill. Backhanded with a Lightning Claw. Also, assault armors in for charge. And more health regen. 2.5 per second is pretty damn good actually. Ultimate the Dreadnought. Not much here to threaten it really. Damage it's doing to those CSM. Got some Stern Guard veterans now for Grimm. So what's Wolfguard up to? He's got double plasma attacks.
Support structure.
Plasma cannon. Hits the back two Plague Marines there. There's some Corn Worship to help them out. Another good Blastmaster hit. Big VP lead for the red team. Tier 3 for the finale. Wolfguard Tier 3. eM7 already there and already has a Seer Council on the field. Squad of power melee warlocks that can jump on you and provide a passive damage resistance aura that they themselves benefit from. Great squad, I think. Heretics with not a good fight there against the Purifiers. Oh, that would have been a really good shot if they didn't retreat there. The Seer Council should be able to mop those guys up, I think, with the disruption they have and the sheer amount of DPS and amount of attacks they're doing. Operatives being sneaky and annoying. Fun fact, this area here was the first part of this map that I made. I just opened the map editor, started putting stuff down, didn't even know I was going to make a map out of it. And Cathari Ruins happened. 144 to 369. Double cap. Gonna be a 2-1 for red maybe? Force Commander's finding stuff to smack though. Not quite quick enough there to get the attack on those fellas. Chaos Lord, any more war gear for you, buddy? You have the Armor of the Inferno. Dreadnought's done well so far. And they haven't really dealt with it. I mean, they've got the Plague Marines up, but that's kind of it in terms of anti-vehicle. I guess the Blastmaster could get some anti-vehicle shots in. Force Commander forced to retreat, which might help the approach here. Not easy to approach an army when you've got the Force Commander just teleporting in and disrupting half your army. Eversor Assassin with Bio Meltdown active, now it's worn out. And we have Chem Cloud Grenades, actually purchased quite late. Help him deal with these Seer Council. Suppresses units and makes them way worse at fighting, especially in melee with the 10 less melee skill. Incendiary Grenade. Heretics just kind of ran through it. They should be engaging those Purifiers, I think. But now they have to kind of stand in the fire and do it. They took a lot of damage there. Purifiers ripping through the Guardians. Eversor's in there. Levitation with the Seer Council there. Can they attack them? Oh, they can't attack them in melee while they're up there, I guess. Gonna take out the Eversor. Look at those leaps. That's ridiculous. Down he goes. There's that explosion on death. 144 to 329. Predator tank for Wolfguard, Broodwich, with a Grey Knight Dreadnought on the way. That's going to be fun. Finale has a tank though, already. And it's Marco Zinch already to help deal with the Dreadnought, I guess. Just hanging out by the power at the moment. Scouts going for the VP. Force Commander's back out on the field. Eversor still down here. And the blue team have the mid. Red team are going to grab the southwest. Farseer, we've lost the indicator for her, so she won't be easy to spot, but there she is. Level 2 with Armor of the Asuryan. I always say Armor of the Asuryan, it's Armor of Asuryan, which I assume is an important distinction. So it's going to be bad for the Techmarine. What's he got here? Artificer. Chaos Lord's up to level 4. Some late scouts or Wolfguard to help repair his new tank, which is here and is in its default state at the moment. Plague Champion with a mucus discharge ready to go, ready to discharge something. Devastator, las cannon fellas getting absolutely melted by the CSM, but the tank is getting some good shots in. Has a big blob of infantry. They're a little bit of a sloppy, lazy approach there by Finale. I mean, they all targeted the same things, so they all moved to the same place. That's what happens, but we're going to try and be a bit more micro-intensive to spread things out when you've got a force commander like this. Predator tank versus Predator tank. One of them spiked in the other, but can't get it done. Force commander's had a fantastic time back here. I think fetid armor would be good. The suppression lasts so long. If he teleports in, he can hit the unholy stench, and then he'll be suppressed for ages. There's that Grey Knight Dreadnought in its default fiery state, and Grimm has another Dreadnought with multi-melter. Awesome. Eversor has been quite effective the whole game, level 5 now. Yeah, what are they going to do about double Dreadnoughts? They need las cannons and stuff. Guarding weapon team on the way for eM7, I assume, for a Bright Lance. Power there could be bashed very quick by the Dreadnoughts, but they're not bashing it, they're moving back. Big mistake here from Grimm, I think, although Broodwich is not making the same mistake. Very experienced player. Grimm maybe getting the idea. Nope, he's backing off again. I guess they're worried about their Dreadnoughts being that close to red team's bases and stuff. Going to be a full bash though for Broodwich, being suppressed now by one of the shurikens with one of the guarding weapon teams, I should say, with the shuriken. The other one has the Bright Lance. Are they going to go double Bright Lance here? They are, I think. There's another guarding weapon team just hit the field. Tank for Gaius Baltar. Finale has not brought their tank to the mid yet to help fight the Dreadnoughts. What am I hearing? Oh, it was the Gravity Blade again. Yeah, this proved to be a pretty good tool to take out the Eversor. The Eversor's gone down a bunch of times, but he's been super aggressive, and I think you need to as an Eversor. Yeah, you're going to die, but you're going to explode and stuff. It's going to be fine. 109 to 290. Maelstrom on the way for the Grey Knight's Dreadnought. It's quite far forward here, though, taking tank shots, taking Plague Marine shots. I think it's going to go down. Yep. Just got caught out. Now this Predator tank is getting way too close. What is it up to? Dreadnoughts, you don't want to join this fight. I think they're going to get it. And they do. Some big misplays from the red team there. Dreadnought way too far forward. Well, after the powers bash, it should have moved the hell back. Maybe Grimm did have the right idea. Las cannons in play. Level 6 Techmarine, who of course can repair and also uses global repair to repair all vehicles on the map. That's a lot of repairs. What is this? Scouts? Oh, they're not capping, look. Not capping up there in the northeast. See, Council flanking Plasma Devs. Bad day for those fellas. Chaos Lord getting in on the las cannon. Taking Hellfire rounds though from the Stern Guard, damage over time. See, Council helping out. Both of these Dreadnoughts might fall here. Is that Mark of Khorne? No, it's an unupgraded Chaos Predator. See, Council are dealt with. Purifies level 3, 2601 hit points on these guys. They're a hell of a melee squad. You know what? The tank went down. The Dreadnoughts are still alive. And they're exploding Plague Marines here. And they refuse to yield. Okay, they're moving back. Being repaired by Stormtroopers. Amazing that they survived there. And Grimm, surely, buddy, you should be using Blessing of the Ominous Eye. It's a great time to use it for your Dreadnoughts there. I'm not using it though. Bio Meltdown? What's that? Oh, maybe that was just Chem Cloud effect on those fellas, I think. 103 to 236. It's a Nurglite nuke. I'm not sure why, maybe to catch those stormtroopers. Don't think it was worth it. Is that another multi-melter dreadnought for Grimm? Who needs tier 3 when you've got dreadnoughts? I agree. 91 to 236. This is bio meltdown time, damaging all nearby units, including allied ones, and he drains health for the duration, but it explodes under the effects. It's a big old explosion. There you go. That's the Eversor way. All 3 dreadnoughts of Grimm still around, I think. But that's double Marco Zinch tanks there. Sanctuary up for the Terminator Librarian. Coming out late game for Broodwich. The dreadnought gets away. Last cannon keeping those things at bay, maybe. Southwest is blue. Here's those original 2 dreadnoughts, and I think Blessing of the Omnissiah is being used now. Bright Lance being exploded. Sea Council might have enough power melee DPS to take it out. I think they do. It won't have melee resistance because of the multi-melter. And they get it down. Lost a model in the process though. Great time to use fanaticism on those stormtroopers. Still took a bunch of damage. They must have seen the energy bar of the Chaos Lord drain. That fire was about to come. Down goes another dreadnought. Pressed into action a little bit early, but they're kind of desperate, down to 70 VPs. Triple cap though for blue. And 1 dreadnought still stands. Eversor, sorry, Farseer, not Eversor, levels to 3. Using the gravity blade to good effect, lifting up one of the Terminators. The other ones are stuck there, I guess, while one of them's being lifted. And Seer Council will do a lot of damage to Terminators. We do have this Cyclone missile launcher. Grimm down to 3 units, eM7 down to 2 units. eM7 has tons of resources though they're not using, and enough red for a nuke. Broodwich still in tier 2, as is Grimm. We have some infiltrated purifiers here because of Codicum Aeternum. I think Shrouding also gives a damage bonus. I think it's 25% as well. It's pretty damn good. Infiltrated and the damage bonus is nice. 70 to 116. Some repairs here. Are you repairing heretics? I don't need to. Mark of Khorne tank for Gaius Baltar, and 2 Mark of Zinch for Finale. Level are these fellas? Level 3. So some of the CSM did drop for Finale, and Gaius Baltar lost theirs in Order Chaos. Bloodletters continue capping. Did not get hit well enough for them to be knocked off the cap there, and they got it. 70 to 77 on the VPs. Fire Prism for eM7. Purgation for Broodwich, maybe with a conversion beamer, yep. Help tackle these vehicles. Techmarines on the VP getting destroyed by Bloodletters. What level are you guys? Level 3. Some Nurgle worship helping them out now. Mid is turning red, southwest is turning red as well. You might get a triple cap here. Cyclone. Some decent hits, they could go into Power Fists maybe, but Bloodletters are there, and Bloodletters will do a lot of damage to Terminators. Melter Gun Techmarine with the orbs. Ouch. Did he take 2 direct hits there from both of those twin linked las cannons? I think they did. A little bit unlucky. Should have chucked the orb sooner though, I think. Farseer. Trying to take out the Eversor. Where's the DPS of that thing? 65 regular melee. Seems to be doing a decent job. It'll be more because she's leveled up, of course. Fanaticism. A little bit early maybe. Try and time it for those Fire Prism shots. It's quite difficult to do that. Triple cap for red. This might be enough. Blue team trying to get a decap. But they're not going to get to the northeast. I don't think they're going to get to the mid easily either. There's Blastmaster Noise Marines there. I think red team have done enough. All top with a jump and a heal. And a disruption and maybe a death. She tends to die quite quickly, the poor Altark. Yep, there's the game. Red team got it. Look at his heroes. End of it. Force Commander level 4. Level 8 Techmarine. Level 8 Eversor was in the thick of it. Level 6 Plague Champion did well at the top. Solid game. Level 7 Chaos Lord. And a level 4 Farseer. I feel like the Gravity Blade did a lot of work, and the Seer Council came out at a really good time. Got to level 2 on these guys. Really nice back and forth. One of the reasons I like this map is you get these pretty close, pretty quick, pretty action-packed games. I didn't see a huge amount of power bashing, but I guess it happened. I mean, this was bashed a lot, and I think Finale got on this quite a lot. I think it was quite even, though, for both sides. But there you have it, fellas. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.